there. Can we please talk about the UFC for about 15 to 20 minutes? I'm going to chew your ear off. If you're new to the show, welcome. If you're... This is basically me talking about mixed martial arts, having a bit of fun at the same time. I always find something to laugh at. There's always something funny going on, especially this week, because there has been some mad Twitter beefs, bro. Some mad Twitter beefs. Mostly like this kind of thing between Michael Bisping, Daniel Cormier and Conor McGregor. It is hilarious and that's what I'm going to jump straight into, because there were no fights to break down last week. Well, no UFC fights anyway, but nothing. I decided to have the weekend off. Nothing was piquing my interest, but yeah, I mean, goddamn, some of this stuff between like McGregor and DC and Michael Bisping is actually hilarious. It's actually escalated just today. I've seen Michael Bisping kind of replying to Conor McGregor, because he does reply. It's like, I don't know, is it even Conor like actually sending the? It can't be, can it? Because, I mean, Conor McGregor, he started off throwing up here. He went after Daniel Cormier, because Daniel Cormier basically, it all goes back to the beef with Khabib, because Conor McGregor sent that nasty tweet out to Khabib saying, because obviously after he lost, like Khabib said good always defeats evil, like saying, Dustin did a great job on that. And yeah, McGregor tweeted out saying, so COVID's good and father's evil, question mark. It's like, which is, it's a bit of a dick move, and it is what it is. It's Twitter. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure Khabib is thick-skinned enough for it not to bother him, but Cormier like kind of said something about it, and then McGregor just goes off on Daniel Cormier. It's like, Daniel Cormier is a fat miss, getting into worse condition by the day. God bless him, showing up drunk at media events the very day before he was in the booth calling my fight. Drunk at a media event, working the day before being a commentator on the biggest fight in history. It's like, that's a terrible Conor impression. It basically just sounds like he's got a sinus infection, really. But it's the best I can do, so stick with me. He then went on to say, it is a sackable offence for a commentator to be drunk at a press conference the day before commentating the big fight. Dreadful. Get it together. Belching into the mic at a press event. What the fuck? The day before commenting on a big fight. Is this guy serious? Disgraceful. It's just like, and then he starts talking about his back. It's hilarious. All on the anniversary of the John Jones head kick KO. But yeah, basically, I mean, Conor McGregor is kind of, I mean, if it is actually him on there, I don't know if it is, but I mean, he's kind of losing. I mean, DC, he basically addressed it on his podcast and everything like that, but he did take to Twitter, and I like how simple he kept it. He's like, look, we can't fight. It's all just talk. So stop. Thank you for watching. Get help. Win a fight. It's like, I don't know if I can do that in a Cormier accent. It's we can't fight. This is all just talk, so stop. Thank you for watching. Get help. Win a fight. I think that turned into more of a Chael Sonnen. But either way, yeah, and then Michael Bisping's been getting involved as well, like basically, because Bisping said on his podcast, like, I don't know what's fading faster, Conor McGregor's tweets or his career. He keeps on deleting all his tweets. I thought that was pretty good. I thought that was a good one by Michael Bisping there. And then, then Conor McGregor just went off on like Michael Bisping as well. And I can't remember what the response was, because I only saw it today. I saw it on my phone. Bisping goes back. It's like, yeah, even if you stood on your wallet, you wouldn't be tall enough to fight me. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think that I'm just looking forward to, hopefully, Paddy the Baddie Pimlet should be fighting Conor McGregor. I think that would be absolutely hilarious. Like, imagine the press conferences there, because Paddy, he makes his debut soon. I'll talk more about that the week leading up to it, because I'll be betting on it. But he's going to be, yeah, he's got a real personality. He's going to be fun. But yeah. We've got Paulo Costa doing his first interview since losing to Izzy, and fucking hell, he's going on about it again, the fact that he got drunk the night before and was still drunk in the octagon. Look, Jesus Christ, man, stop with the excuses and just move forward, right? Because he keeps on saying that like he will fight Izzy again, and I will fight him sober this time. Like, that's a big thing. Like, oh yeah, I'll be sober this time because I thought it was a good idea to get drunk last time. You fucking idiot. Do you know what I mean? Like, what? You're saying like, oh no, I thought it would be fine. No, you didn't. Do you know what I mean? And it's just an excuse. Do you know, just accept the loss and move on. Be better, right? Focus on your next opponent, Vettori. Right? I think that Vettori, what his move should be to make sure that Paulo Costa's minibar is fully stocked. Fully stocked. Because then Costa's in trouble, because we know that he can't stay away from that booze. Huh? I mean, honestly, I don't think that Vettori needs it. I don't think he needs to stoop to that, because I think that Vettori smokes him. Quite honestly, I think Costa is vastly overrated. I don't think that he's beaten anyone of note, kind of in a noteworthy way. I mean, his biggest kind of win was Johnny Hendricks before he fought Yoel Romero, and let's face it, he scraped through that fight. That fight could have been called either way on the judges' scorecards, and nobody would have complained, right? So that was close as hell. And yeah, so I think Vettori smokes him. And we've got Jones has now started eyeing up Jan Blachowicz again. Has Khan put a bit of a scare into him? Is that what's happened? Because Jones has apparently alluded that the weight isn't going on as planned. So maybe he's not going to go up to heavyweight. I don't think that was a good move for him anyway. I think that, John Jones, realistically, he's one of the best to ever do it at light heavyweight. Like, honestly, he's one of the best. He is, I don't like the greatest of all time. You know that. I hate that term. But, if there is one, it's John Jones. And big respect to everything that he's done. However, I don't think that those guys, I think those guys at heavyweight, they're too big. There's a difference in how they carry that weight. There's a thickness to them. I don't think Jones would do as well at heavyweight as most people think, especially against guys like Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane is skilled as hell, and he's actually pretty fast. So I think that we're going to see John Jones go back down to 205 to try and grab that title. So I hope that Jan Blachowicz has been working on his eye poke defense. Easy. Anyone can beat John Jones. Just literally go in like that. Your eyes will be fine. But yeah. So then we've got Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz is apparently one fight away from a title shot, according to Ali Abdulaziz, who is Usman's manager, I think. So, he said, if Nick Diaz beats Robbie Lawler, then he's next in line for a title shot. Honestly, yeah, he probably is. Because Nick Diaz, he's one of those names that is only ever one fight away from a title shot, isn't he? It doesn't matter who he fights. He's a huge name. He's a needle mover, right? At the end of the day, obviously, there are loads of fighters that deserve the shot more than Nick Diaz. You know what I mean? Leon Edwards, like Wonderboy Thompson, if he can string another couple of wins together. Vicente Luque. Loads of people are ahead Nick Diaz on the list. But facts are facts. Nick Diaz is a needle mover. Kamaru Usman would want the fight. Nick Diaz would want the fight. Dana White would want the fight. So if Nick Diaz beats Robbie Lawler, odds on the next fight after Colby Covington for whoever wins that welterweight title will be Nick Diaz. That's probably going to happen. That's like it or not, that's very likely. It's a very likely situation, very likely scenario. So yeah. Gonna head into there's some good trolls of the week this week, but first I just wanted to thank all of you for taking the time to watch this or listen to this if you're listening. I just wanted to ask, obviously I'm trying to grow this thing, so if you enjoy this content, please like and share, subscribe where you can. If you want to show your support on the Patreon, please do. Like we do early access to episodes, early access to picks, extra things, all stuff like that. And for you audio listeners, please just if you get some enjoyment out of this, let your friends know who enjoy MMA, who enjoy a bit of a laugh, and that's about it really. That's my call to action. That's it. And obviously all of my social media, if you see any trolls of the week that are brilliant, you can follow Burt Angle on Twitter, Burt Angle on Instagram, and in all those places you'll find me. So then we've got the troll of the week. Now this one was really funny. It caught my attention straight away because I actually read it in the Joker's voice, because what they've done here is they've kind of done a weird little Photoshop with McGregor's face onto the Joker, because it's where Batman in the Christopher Nolan Batman Dark Knight, he's trying to track down that woman, and he's just like, where is she? And then you got the Joker, but it's Conor McGregor's face looking up at him. It's like, it's in the DMs. Because he's constantly talking about Justin Porter's wife in his DMs, which I just found that so funny. It's actually not a bad Photoshop job as well, to be fair. It actually looks pretty good. I enjoyed that thoroughly. And then we've got this one I made myself because it's Paulo Costa, right? And it's basically just the quote that he did from the interview, because they did, like, the one that I put up earlier when I was talking about it, like, it's got Paulo Costa winging those punches and looking really impressive. I think it looks far funnier if you take that quote, I will fight him again, and if he's still at 185 pounds with the belt, I will fight him again, but sober. But if you put that image on of him where he's got like the beard and the long hair and he's just in that kind of weird robe, it just looks far funnier because he looks like a drunk. He looks like somebody who's been sat on a desert island. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he still looks fantastic. Don't get me wrong. Fantastic looking guy. Goddamn. But I think that's just a funny image. It made me laugh. You know, it keeps me amused, doesn't it? And then we've got, Charles Oliveira being disappointed that Nate Diaz, what's his name? Dustin Poirier. It's the disappointed cricket fan. If you go onto Meme Generator, you'll find it anyway. Disappointed cricket fan, but basically he's just like, it's just the guy looking out, just looking disappointed. It's like Charles Oliveira, after seeing the clear #1 contender, be more interested in a fight with Nate Diaz, because that's something else that's been happening as well. Oh, Dustin Poirier has just been tweeting out, Nathan? ? Like, let's be fair. Look, Dustin Poirier, he's a prize fighter. He's fighting for money. Like, that's a big money fight. It would sell, and it's I don't want to say it's an easy fight, but it's an easy-ish fight. It's not. I mean, no, either way. I love Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz can beat anybody, but yeah, it's interesting anyway. So anyway, then the last one, after all those antics that we've seen on Twitter, it's just hilarious. It just will crack me up. It's just I don't know who this is in this picture, but it must be somebody from American TV. But it just looks, got this big fat guy who's just like getting up, like looking like absolute crap. It's like Connor waking up after a night of weed, cocaine, and deleted drunk tweets, and it's like, yep, that is probably accurate if it is indeed him that runs his Twitter profile, and I'm not 100% sure that it is. But right. That's it. That is it for the week. We've got Cannonier versus Gastelum coming up on Saturday. So I will be doing the picks on Friday for the Patreon, and then on Saturday you'll be able to get the picks on my YouTube. And I'll be doing, until I'll be looking down the card to find out who I'm going to be betting on. They're all going to be terrible bets all over the place. We're going to have some fun with it. But until then, keep those odds long and those bets terrible.